The girl, a noble princess of the empire, can only eat dirty leaves every day. The emperor told the little princess he would come back for her, but this wait has lasted 7 years as she lives alone in this forest. Fortunately, the little princess has a young dragon named Zion for company, making life less lonely, but she hasn't eaten a proper meal in 5 years, and if this continues, she'll starve to death here. The little princess asks Zion if he'll grow very big when he matures, and if so, he must take her far away, so she never has to starve here again because she's waited for the emperor for 7 whole years. Her love for the emperor has long grown cold. She and Zion keep searching for food, but often end up vomiting from eating the wrong things. One day, Zion discovers a glowing gemstone necklace. The little princess looks at it with confusion, then reaches out to grab the necklace. Suddenly, a dazzling light flashes. The little princess doesn't know that this necklace is a starshard representing divine power, and whoever possesses it can inherit the power of the gods. But the startled little princess throws it away. Meanwhile, the emperor's 3 children are also searching for something in the forest. It turns out they're sisters. Starshard has gone missing, and if they can't find it, the emperor will surely punish them. The commotion here catches the trio's attention. The little princess picks up Zion and tries to leave, but the 3 mistake her for a thief. The little princess runs desperately, but having not eaten properly in so long, she's quickly caught up to. She clutches Zion fearfully, trembling all over. Prince Derek grabs her by the collar, demanding to know if she's a servant from the stables. The little princess struggles frantically in his grip. Derek loses his hold and she's thrown far away. But the little princess's first reaction is to search for Zion, who flew off. When Princess Leona arrives at the scene, she immediately scolds the 2, saying this is clearly just a child. She rushes forward to comfort her, but the little princess has long grown cold toward their family affection and pushes Leona's hand away, shouting loudly, "You're all liars! Don't touch me!" Her angry voice echoes all around. Suddenly, many black crows appear in the surroundings. The 3 siblings are stunned by this scene, but when the crows disperse, they discover the little girl has vanished. The little princess runs swiftly while holding Zion. She hates platinum-colored hair. In her memories, a man told her he would come back, but the little princess has waited here for 7 years without any news. As she runs, she crashes into a man. The impact sends the little princess flying several meters. A dark shadow falls across her. The man asks sternly who the little princess is and what she's doing here, but having never interacted with humans, she can't say a word. She suddenly sits up, grabs Zion, and runs off without giving the man a chance to question her. The man looks at the child before him in confusion, but seeing the blood on the ground, he decides to follow and check the situation. Finally, after a chase, he spots the hiding little princess behind a large tree. The man says softly, "I see you're injured. I can help treat you." But the little princess refuses to acknowledge the man, remaining hidden behind the tree in silence. Seeing that words won't work, the man takes out the food in his hand. Hearing there's food, the little princess's stomach starts growling. After the man places the food on the ground, he steps back to the side. Seeing the man has no ill intentions, the little princess begins wolfing down the food. The man gently asks if the little princess lives here. The little princess changes her wary attitude and tells the man she's lived here for 7 years. When her mother died, she didn't leave her a name either. At this moment, the little princess's eyes catch the man's attention. He tells the little princess he'll come bring food every day from now on. Then he hurries back toward the palace, because he saw the little princess has gem eyes and the same platinum hair as the emperor. At the palace, Prince Derek is also sending people to search for the girl's whereabouts. But Knight Commander Kalazan refuses to lend him any men. The man from earlier stands in the corner listening to their conversation. It seems they already know about the girl too. At the same time, their argument attracts the passing emperor. Seeing this, Derek reports the matter to the emperor, but the emperor replies in disbelief. There couldn't be a child in that place. But General William behind him also tells the emperor he saw a ragged little girl too. Seeing someone backing him up, the prince immediately says loudly, "That's the girl!" William tells the emperor that the little girl is now in the abandoned castle in the forest, and she has the same gem eyes as his majesty. The emperor strokes his chin thoughtfully for a moment, then leads everyone to the abandoned castle. The little princess seems to sense the emperor's arrival, standing in the tree holding Zion in silence. The 2 stare at each other for quite a while. The little princess looks at this man who abandoned her in her memories, and says coldly, "I never said you could come back." The emperor places one hand on his chest in salute, and tells the little princess they mean no harm, but the highly guarded little princess doesn't dare come down. However, she loses her footing and slips. At that moment, a hand gently lifts up. Light gathers beneath the little princess's feet, forming a cloud. It turns out the emperor released magic in time to catch her, and the little princess lands safely. When she opens her eyes again, she finds the emperor holding her. Suddenly, the grievances in her heart surge up. She wants to say something but hesitates. Then she struggles desperately against the emperor's embrace. She accidentally scratches his face. The ministers behind are all alarmed, looking toward the emperor emperor. The little princess is also startled by her own action. She didn't mean to hurt him. William looks at the emperor anxiously from the side. After receiving the emperor's signal, William closes his mouth. The little princess says quietly, "I didn't mean to hurt you. Put me down." With the emperor's magic taking effect, the little princess slowly descends to the ground, but the next second she quickly runs behind a tree to hide. At this moment, the emperor suddenly kneels on one knee, looking at the little princess. The little princess says with grievance, "Didn't you not want me anymore? You said you'd come back, but I waited so long and never saw you. Just leave. I have Zion. I don't need Pop-Pop." Hearing the word Pop-Pop, the emperor falls into thought. He turns to ask William, "What does Pop-Pop mean?" William kneels and replies, "Your subordinate heard the child call her mother Mama, so Pop-Pop must mean father." The emperor nods after hearing this, immediately smiling at the little princess. "I made you wait too long, child." The two ministers are amazed. The emperor actually smiled. The little princess's eyes widen as she asks, "You remember me?" After a moment of silence, the emperor only replies with a The little princess looks at the emperor before her, lowers her head saying he's a liar, then tries to drive the emperor away. Seeing his repentance isn't working, the emperor immediately changes his approach. He tells the little princess, "I'll prepare some food for you. And blankets for tonight. Perhaps I came a bit suddenly today. I'll come again tomorrow." But the little princess still holds Zion in silence. The emperor then takes off the red cloak behind him. "Keep this here to wear for now." Then the emperor leaves the castle with his people. Once outside, he immediately orders the butler to prepare food, clothes, and blankets. Then he assigns Calazan's team to go check the records room, making sure to thoroughly investigate the little princess's identity. He brings Calazan to the records room, where the record keeper documents everything that happens in the royal family. After reviewing the record books for a long time, the emperor asks record keeper Oslo if what's written here is true. The royal record books document royal events, and only the record keeper can access them. Yet now the emperor questions whether it's true. After receiving Oslo's affirmative answer, the emperor falls into thought. Oslo picks up the book in confusion, and clearly recorded there. On a certain day, the emperor brought back a woman from the Yar tribe and gave her the castle in the northeast. Later, the woman bore the emperor a daughter. Seeing this, the record keeper's eyes widen too, because neither he nor the emperor has any memory of this event. It's as if the little princess appeared out of thin air. But ancient texts record that Yar tribe people live by memory, and when they marry someone from another tribe, they die, and divine power erases others' memories of them. Hearing this, the emperor feels somewhat heartbroken. How has the little princess survived all these years? It seems the only one who knows everything now is the midwife who delivered her. At this moment, a red-haired youth runs in, saying to the record keeper, "Master, I want to go out and play." Oslo scolds him. The boy stands there aggrieved, not daring to move. After all, this is his first time seeing the imposing emperor. The record keeper then waves his hand letting him go play, indicating he has no way to handle this troublemaker. The youth seems to have heard the conversation about a little girl in the forest. He smiles slightly and runs out. Then the emperor entrusts the record keeper to find a way to restore memories. For the record keeper, the emperor's order is hard to refuse. Here, the little princess eats her fill for the first time, and has warm blankets to sleep in. Thinking back to the things the butler brought today, they were incredibly delicious. But when she looks up toward the forest, she sees the leaves are about to wither, meaning winter is coming soon. Then Spirit Lord will wake up soon too. Yesterday, the emperor came to see the little princess again, but she still doesn't want to acknowledge him. After thinking for a moment, the emperor asks awkwardly, "You don't have a name yet, do you? Then let me give you one." Hearing he'll give her a name, the little princess quickly asks the emperor when. The emperor says firmly, "When the moon rises. I'll go back and consult some books." But when the little princess wakes up, she sees a red-haired youth standing right in front of her. This scares the little princess terribly. She quickly backs away far, but the youth just laughs heartily. He reaches out to pull the little princess up. His cheerful personality leaves the little princess rather bewildered. He happily introduces himself as Lapas, the record keeper's heir, wanting to become good friends with the little princess, but she's still in shock from earlier and hasn't recovered. She thinks to herself that she was sleeping peacefully but ran into a crazy person. Seeing the little princess doesn't speak, the youth thinks she's mute. The little princess then asks, "What benefit is there in being friends?" Seeing the little princess respond to him, Lapas is very happy. He immediately says, "Let's be friends. The palace is so boring. This way we can go on adventures together." But the little princess is speechless. She hasn't said a word yet this guy already pulled her up. The little princess still doesn't want to go because the emperor hasn't come to give her a name yet. She wants to wait here for the emperor. On the other side at the palace, the butler rushes anxiously to find the emperor. In the enormous study, books are piled all around the emperor. He asks the butler why he wasn't watching the little princess in the forest. The butler says he only went to prepare lunch, and the little princess disappeared. The emperor immediately looks at him angrily, quickly arrange for the night court to search for the little princess. "Report to me immediately once she's found. I'll personally go bring her back." At this moment, the little princess has already been dragged by Lapas to play in the forest. She keeps looking up at the moon, because the emperor promised her he'd come give her a name when the moon rises. but there's still no sign of the emperor. Has she been deceived again? After walking for who knows how long, the little princess feels so tired. Just as she's about to faint, she sees the emperor running toward her. "My child, are you all right?" The emperor anxiously asks about the little princess's condition, but before she can answer a word, she faints in the emperor's arms. In her dream, the little princess sees her mother gently stroking her cheek. The moment she opens her eyes, she sees her mother's image in the emperor. The emperor looks worriedly at the little princess, afraid she might feel uncomfortable anywhere. The little princess asks the emperor, "What is Pop-Pop doing here?" The emperor smiles slightly. "This is my castle. After you fainted, I brought you back for treatment. I've been waiting for you to wake up. Promise to tell you your name." Hearing she'll have a name, the little princess immediately sits up excitedly from the bed. But being rather weak, she falls back down just after sitting up. The emperor asks the high priest behind him irritably, "How are you treating her? Is your high priest title fake?" The priest is also speechless, thinking the child is malnourished and there's nothing he can do. The emperor turns to the little princess and says, "Sorry, child. I made you wait a long time, didn't I? From now on, your name will be Leia. Alright?" This name carries the meaning of the sun goddess. Looking at the gentle papa before her, the little princess obediently nods in agreement. She's now a child with a name, and the emperor at her side begins his doting father journey. He immediately asks the little princess, "Are you hungry? Should I have some food sent over? It's called Zion, right? What is it like to eat? I'll have the servants prepare that too." Hearing the emperor's inquiry, the little dragon immediately coos beside the little princess, indicating it wants to eat something good. Seeing the little princess smile, the emperor's heart feels much better. He knows he owes this child too much. Just like this, father and daughter sit together to eat for the first time. The emperor asks the little princess, "Is it cold? Winter is coming soon." He asks if the little princess wants to move to the palace to live. But the little princess is used to living alone in the forest. She answers the emperor that she's living well. But the emperor says that moving would mean a soft bed to sleep in, and they could build Zion a nest, and she could eat lots of delicious things every day. But the little princess still refuses the emperor's request. She says unhappily, "I like the name Pop-Pop gave me, but I don't like Pop-Pop." The emperor hears the little princess still hasn't forgiven him. He lowers his head shamefully, saying, "I know it was too late for me to find you after so long, but I want to remember you. I hope you'll stay here and live with me. I promise to visit you every day and will absolutely never forget you." These words deeply touch the little princess's heart. This is the first time she's received fatherly love, and there's an indescribable feeling in her heart. At this moment, a commotion outside draws their attention. The emperor says, "Your bath water should be ready." Hearing about a bath, the little princess's eyes immediately widen. Outside the door, Derek's head peeks in. He shyly greets the little princess. Behind him, his younger siblings also poke their heads out, excitedly greeting the little princess. Seeing the three noisy people before her, the little princess is startled. Then the emperor calls two servants to take care of the little princess. He turns to her hiding under the bed and says, "The children have all left? You can come out now. If you're scared, I'll have Hurin stay to keep you company." But the black shadow on the butler catches the little princess's attention. Her gem eyes glow as she asks, "Did Grandpa encounter bad people? It's all dark around you. Very strange." The butler is completely confused. The little princess turns to tell the butler to be careful of leaves. The emperor and butler here don't understand what she's saying at all. The butler strokes his chin, saying, "Though I'm not quite sure, I do have some leads." After Butler Hurin's investigation, he tells the emperor he found some poisonous plants that were deliberately placed somewhere. Hearing this news, the emperor immediately becomes worried. The butler continues answering, but fortunately the poisonous plants show no signs of being used. Keep this matter confidential for now. Increase protection for the princes and princesses. Just as the emperor finishes arranging everything, the door is pushed open by a servant. The servant says hurriedly, "Something's happened with the little princess." When the emperor arrives at the scene, he sees a servant with scratches all over their face. The servant tells the emperor, "The little princess is afraid of bathing. She just touched the water and started shouting 'liar,' then ran out of the bathroom." After thinking for a moment, the emperor dismisses the two servants. Then looking at the little princess hiding under the bed, he crouches down gently saying, "I'm sorry. I didn't know you couldn't bathe." The little princess answers sadly, "Bathing isn't like this at all. Pop-Pop actually really hates me, doesn't he?" The emperor asks the little princess, "Then what is bathing like in Leia's understanding? Can you tell Pop-Pop?" It's a shiny glowing thing, wrapping around the whole body, water droplets flying in the sky, very beautiful and pretty. The emperor's expression changes slightly after hearing this. Is she talking about that person? Then he asks the little princess, who bathed her like that. The little princess answers, "My good friend." The emperor seems to understand something. Then he says gently, "Child, can you come out and hear my explanation?" The little princess slowly peeks her head out. After her bath, the little princess seems like a different person, with captivating gem eyes and platinum hair. The emperor carefully explains to the little princess, "There are many types of bathing. Today's kind doesn't glow." The little princess says angrily, "I don't like today's kind. It's my fault, but I promise Leia, Next time I'll explain clearly to you. On the other side of the forest, a refined-looking man slowly opens his eyes. Wherever he goes, there's a cold aura. He slowly raises his head looking at the sky, saying, I woke up a bit early this time. I hope she didn't cry. After bathing, the emperor starts persuading the little princess to move to the palace. Hearing this, the little princess raises her head to think for a moment, then refuses the emperor's request because winter is coming soon. Her good friend Spirit Lord will wake up soon. The emperor looks at his daughter with determined eyes and says, winter will be much colder than now. It will be very hard for you alone there. Seeing the little princess doesn't answer his question, the emperor strokes his chin thinking, he can't let the little princess dislike him anymore. So he decides to rebuild the abandoned castle in the forest. When winter comes, the little princess can spend the winter in the forest, but during this time, she should live at the palace first. Looking at the smiling emperor before her, the little princess's heart is also filled with joy. This is the first time she's felt fatherly love. The young dragon Zion in her arms is also cooing happily. The little princess chats with it fluently. This greatly surprises the emperor on the side. He asks the little princess, is Zion talking to you? The little princess answers, yes. It says the food is delicious and tells me to accept Popop's kindness. That's wonderful. I promise you I'll have the castle rebuilt before winter, so you can spend the winter there warmly. Life at the palace is very comfortable. The emperor arranges 2 servants to care for the little princess, and sends delicious cookies as treats. Who could resist such a Popop? Never having eaten cookies before, the little princess immediately starts eating in big bites. She accidentally chokes. This terrifies the nearby servants. They quickly hand her hot milk, but when they see the little princess licking and drinking the milk, they're both dumbfounded. They didn't know the little princess has never used utensils to eat. After eating and drinking her fill, the little princess doesn't forget to save some for her little dragon. Then the butler brings clean clothes for the little princess to wear. He gently puts shoes on her. He also prepares a small backpack stuffed with various cookies. Looking at the butler who's so kind to her, the little princess stares at him blankly. Butler Hurin is very puzzled, asking the little princess what she's looking at. Leia answers happily, Hurin is yellow. Feels warm. Very good. I don't dislike Hurin. The butler now realizes the little princess distinguishes good from bad by color. So he asks the little princess, what color is the emperor? After thinking for a moment, the little princess points to the golden vase on the table saying, Popop's color is similar to that. Hurin looks at the vase. It's gold. Leia says she wants to go out and play. After changing clothes, Leia comes to the abandoned castle where she used to wander. At this moment, Leona and the third brother peek out following Leia. The third brother reminds his sister, we can't approach her without father's permission. Leona thinks she's just watching from afar. Leona keeps praising how adorable Leia is, and discovers Leia is wearing clothes her younger brother used to wear, which makes her jealous. She's very puzzled. Clearly, her own clothes are cuter. Why give Leia younger brother's clothes? Leona continues approaching Leia. Her third brother reminds her somewhat fearfully that getting closer will make Leia notice. Leona turns back to activate bloodline suppression. Why are you so naggy? We're so far away. What if she gets hurt? Her brother is left speechless. When Leona turns back to look at Leia, she's already disappeared. Leona is a bit worried. It's so dark and scary here. What if something happens to Leia? The third brother is already breaking into a cold sweat. Just then, cuckooing sounds come from the dark bushes. The two look toward where the sound comes from, their faces turning pale with fright. A dark shadow slowly appears. Leona is too scared to look directly, hugging her brother and letting out a scream. The shadow appears. It's Zion. The third brother looks at Leona's frightened appearance and can't help but chuckle. Leona once again activates bloodline suppression, scolding he. But they discover that Zion, who was all black last time, now has a blue tail and claws. It seems to be holding something in its mouth, but it's too dark to see clearly. Leona approaches Zion, only to discover Zion is holding a mouse in its mouth. Leona is so frightened she hugs her brother again and screams. Zion turns its head and coos. Leona crouches down asking Zion, is Leia down below? Zion nods with a cuckoo. The third brother is somewhat surprised. Zion is just a young dragon, yet so intelligent. Leona continues asking Zion if they can go down to find Leia. Zion puts down the mouse in its mouth, then sits down, patting its belly. Leona asks, somewhat puzzled, what is it saying? Her brother answers, maybe it's telling us to be quiet. Hearing this, Zion happily coos at he. Then it leads the two to find Leia. At this moment, the third brother remembers what father told them. Before they set out, His Majesty instructed them that Leia is still very afraid of people and told them not to approach easily. After the two agreed, they turned and came here. He feels uneasy. Should we really go? Leona says they'll just go down for a look. As long as they confirm she's fine, they'll come back up. The two follow Zion to the basement. Peeking out, they discover Leia is currently petting a cat. Zion carries the hunted mouse to Leia. Leia smiles, saying, my belly is full now. You eat it. At this moment, she notices Zion's tail has turned blue. Zion coos, telling Leia that as long as it hunts earnestly, its whole body will turn blue. Leia finds this unbelievable, while the two siblings secretly watching are even more amazed. They're actually having a conversation. Leona looks at Leia, infatuated. She's really so adorable. If her face were a bit chubbier, she'd be even cuter. Little hearts keep floating in the air. Her younger brother is completely speechless about this. Leia looks up, anticipating the arrival of her spirit friend. She doesn't know how much longer until winter comes. At this moment in the palace, His Majesty is meeting with Commander Kalazan and Chief Steward Hurin. He tells Kalazan to investigate whether there are any traces of mages in that castle. Hurin tells His Majesty the castle is still undergoing exterior repairs, and also asks if His Majesty has told the Empress about Leia. His Majesty answers, she wrote recently saying she'll return soon. At this moment in the castle, Zion tells Leia someone is coming. Hearing this, the two siblings hiding in the shadows break into a cold sweat. The little girl is somewhat puzzled. Is it Papa or Hurin? But Zion tells her it's neither, making her even more confused. Zion tells her to ask herself. Leia turns to look at where the two are hiding. Why did you come here? Leona answers nervously. I was worried seeing you run out alone, so I followed to check on you. Leia thinks that although Papa is annoying, he is her father after all, and Hurin is as gentle and considerate as Spirit Lord. But why are they here? You're still very small, being called a little kid by Leia. Leona doesn't like it. She immediately steps forward, clenching her fists. I'm going to be your big sister. Of course I can worry about you. Leia tilts her head. She doesn't understand what big sister means. Father said you're going to become our little sister. Hearing the word little sister again makes her even more confused. At this moment, Leona proposes getting closer to Leia. I want to be closer to you. If you're not afraid, may I come nearer? However, Leia remains silent, seeing she's unresponsive. Leona says she'll share her afternoon tea cookies with her. Hearing about cookies, Leia immediately becomes interested. Leona continues tempting her. I can give you all my cookies. I heard tomorrow's snacks will have a chocolate fountain too. Leia's eyes light up even more. She doesn't know what a chocolate fountain is. At this moment, Leona says, it's too far away, explaining is troublesome. Can I come a bit closer? Her younger brother is completely speechless, wondering what trick Leona is trying to pull now. Leia is a bit afraid, but Leona looks at her expectantly saying, just don't stay too far from me. Faced with the temptation of cookies, Leia agrees. Leona comes before Leia, explaining the chocolate fountain to her. At this moment, her younger brother stands awkwardly in the corner like a third wheel. At this moment inside the castle, His Majesty is announcing that he will officially recognize Princess Leia's identity. He explains that her mother's special constitution caused him to forget about Leia. Marquis Kofi asks, what evidence proves that child is your Majesty's bloodline? His Majesty rests his hand on his chin and says, Kofi, you're clever. I'm sure once you see Leia, you'll understand everything. Only those with royal blood possess gemstone eyes. The first time I saw Leia, I felt the same joy as reuniting with someone I hadn't seen in ages. Unless those people at the temple are blind, who would dare say her eyes aren't gemstone eyes? Kofi then requests that His Majesty arrange for him to meet the princess. His Majesty refuses, explaining that Leia is still very afraid of people. Currently, only he and Hurin are allowed to stay near her for a while. Besides, your appearance would really frighten her. This statement leaves the Marquis stunned in place. He sighs softly and says, I understand, Your Majesty. Then let's proceed to the next agenda. Captain Kalazan presents documents about an epidemic outbreak in Viscount Helwin's territory. A man introduces himself as Kofi, the second son of Viscount Helwin. Father is busy dealing with the epidemic, so I have come as his representative. He reports that wild beasts are running rampant in the territory, viciously attacking humans. Those who are attacked and injured go mad, biting both humans and beasts. His Majesty asks, has the epidemic improved? How are the infected citizens being handled? Kofi reports there is currently no solution, and all infected individuals have been isolated separately. His Majesty is also at a loss and says he will devise a strategy. Once he reaches a decision, he will send word again. He then orders Kalazan to immediately issue a nationwide proclamation, allocating resources and military support to Viscount Helwin's territory. As the meeting concludes, His Majesty arrives at Leia's door. He reaches out and knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock. He peeks his head through the door crack and says to Leia, I'm sorry I'm late. Have you been waiting long? Leia says she hasn't been waiting long, then asks, Pop-Pop, have you been troubled by something lately? His Majesty appears very surprised and asks how Leia knows. Leia answers, it's the sparks. There are sparks burning behind Pop-Pop. His Majesty slowly crouches down and asks what else Leia can see. Leia says she's scared right now, as if she's seeing something terrifying. His Majesty gently comforts her. Don't worry, Pop-Pop is right here. He then asks, can you help Pop-Pop check if a few other people have the same sparks as Pop-Pop? Leia seems somewhat hesitant. His Majesty says, I won't let them get too close. One of them is Kalazan. You've met him before. Leia nods slightly. Only then does the attendant go out to deliver the message. Lord Kalazan, Lord Marquis, His Majesty requests your presence in the fourth princess's chamber. The Marquis thinks to himself that he didn't expect to meet her so soon. He wants to see whether she truly has the qualifications to be a princess. The Marquis and Kalazan arrive in the room. Leia clutches the kitten in her arms tightly. That old man has very intense sparks burning on him. His Majesty asks what the sparks mean. Leia says, these are all caused by monsters. The sparks I see are all caused by monsters. Kalazan asks if there's a way to eliminate the monsters. There is, but it's very difficult. We need to find their true forms. My elf friend told me they are the demon race. His Majesty appears extremely shocked. It's actually the demon race. Leia is clearly frightened by His Majesty's reaction. His Majesty apologizes to Leia. I'm afraid I can't have dinner with you today. Monsters have entered our home and Popop needs to catch them. Everyone prepares to leave Leia's room. His Majesty says, I'm sorry, Leia. Popop has to go catch the demon race. If we can't catch them, we won't have a home anymore. I heard you met Leona recently. Would you like to have dinner with her? Leia looks puzzled and says she doesn't remember who Leona is. His Majesty explains, she is your second sister. She said she'll give you cookies and a chocolate fountain to eat. Leia's spirits lift immediately. Oh yes, she said she'd give me cookies. His Majesty gives a few more instructions before leaving Leia's room. Pop, good luck catching the demon race. Your Majesty, do you truly believe what the princess said about the demon race? Yes. Gemstone eyes possess the special ability to see through a person's true nature. You mean the so-called demon race is credible, but as far as I know, the demon race was exterminated many years ago. Captain Kalazan mentions that he saw demon stones when he was young. Demon stones emit toxic gas that ordinary people can hardly approach, and no one knows what consequences falling demon stones might trigger. His Majesty's expression turns grave. He never imagined that mere demon stones could cause such a serious situation. This is truly troublesome. Kalazan, let me ask you, if we send people there now, might the situation worsen? Kalazan says that if they send people without any countermeasures, this will likely be the result. Hearing this, the Emperor tells Hurin to send a letter to the Grand Temple, asking them to enter the palace as soon as possible. He wants to speak with the High Priest in detail. He then orders Kalazan to investigate everyone who attended the meeting. I want to see exactly what these demons are plotting. Meanwhile, second Princess Leona puts on her most beautiful dress, preparing to have dinner with Leia. The first prince says jealously, "This isn't fair. Why do you get to see our little sister?" The second princess turns and retorts, "Who told you and Aaron not to leave a good impression? She likes me. Is that supposed to be my fault?" The first prince protests, "You clearly used underhanded tactics to follow her. Besides, who knew she would turn out to be our sister?" The second princess counters, "Please. I wasn't the only one who followed her. Aaron went too, and he didn't get invited either. It's all your fault. You monopolized Leia, so I didn't have a chance to play with her." The second princess smiles. "Oh, just admit you're jealous. Maybe I'll even put in a good word for you with her." The first prince immediately adjusts his attitude. "Dear Miss Leona, what dessert would you like? I'll prepare it for you right away." The second princess laughs. "Well, you do know when to behave. I'm pretty good to you, aren't I?" The first prince agrees, of course. "You're my dearest Leona." He immediately signals to Aaron with his eyes. The first prince and third prince stand on either side of the door, acting as doormen. Second Princess Leona arrives at Leia's door and looks down at her outfit, feeling satisfied. She adjusts herself, widening her big blue eyes. She's about to see Leia and feels quite nervous. She reaches out and knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock. After quite a while, no one answers. The second princess stands awkwardly in place, not knowing what to do. After a long moment, Leia's gemstone eyes peek through the door crack. Seeing this, Leona quickly says, "It's me, Leona. May I come in? I might be a little late, but I've prepared lots of delicious food." Leia says softly that she's hungry. This makes Leona feel a bit embarrassed. She quickly says, "Let's eat. Let's eat." Leia's spirits lift instantly, showing a happy smile. She immediately starts eating. Crunch. Crunch. Leona rests her chin on her hand, continuously praising how pretty Leia is. Even eating looks so cute. However, watching Leia's eating manner, she still thinks it would be better to teach Leia some table etiquette first. Leona asks, "Is it good?" Leia nods obediently. "Then can we be closer from now on? Can I call you Leia or little sister?" Leia answers, "Will you give me more of this to eat in the future?" "Cookies? Of course. Whenever you want some, just tell me. As long as I have them, I'll share them with you." "Okay then. You can call me Leia from now on." Leona says she's very happy. She then says, "Leia, can you call me sister? My name is Leona. Everyone calls me princess, but I'm also Leia's sister." Leia looks confused about why she needs to call her sister again. She glances at the cookie in her hand. Reluctantly, she calls out the word. Leona is both surprised and delighted. She didn't expect Leia to actually call her that. She laughs happily. Seeing Leona laugh so joyfully, Leia starts laughing too, accompanied by cheerful laughter. The two sisters spend this dinner happily together. After dinner, Leia carries Zion to the castle's great hall. "Did you hear? That's the little girl His Majesty brought back. I heard she's very afraid of people and won't let anyone approach her, but I heard she's a child whose parents abused her. That's not right. The version I heard was that a slave secretly gave birth to her and then abandoned her. Stop spreading rumors. She seems to be His Majesty's fourth princess. Just forgotten. She's actually the fourth princess? No wonder. But she's really so cute." After walking for a while, Leia plops down on the ground, complaining that Zion is heavy. Zion coos twice, looking displeased. The cat Goldie walks over at this moment and pushes Zion away with one paw. This makes Leia burst into laughter. The little snake Giggly, hiding in Leia's clothes, pokes its head out at this moment. Leia plays happily with her animal friends. Suddenly, Leia seems to sense something. She quickly stands up. Her face fills with terror. Her legs tense up involuntarily. She remembers what her elf friend friend said. If a human is completely consumed by fire element, they've already become a monster. And this person wrapped in fire element is actually Kofi. Kofi says, "Child, are you alright?" He slowly crouches down and says, "My expression isn't that scary, is it? Why do you seem so afraid of me? What exactly do you see?" Leia looks tense and doesn't respond, just staring straight at him. Kofi has a sudden realization. Aha! I know now. You're actually the legendary gemstone eyes. Interesting. Truly interesting. Leia's expression hardens slightly as she says, "I don't like you." Kofi says, "It's right to dislike me. After all, we're fundamentally opposed to each other." At this moment, Giggly suddenly launches an attack on Kofi. Kofi casually swats Giggly away. He states he means no harm. It was that beast that threatened him first. Though actually I don't have any good feelings towards you either. Just then, the phantom of Leia's elf friend appears floating around her. Watching the scene before him, Kofi looks at Leia with interest. "Do you know someone very powerful?" Leia denies it, saying she has no friends. "This is the first time I've seen a noble child claim to have no friends. I'm curious. What exactly do I look like in your eyes?" Kofi continues. "If you tell me, I'll heal your animal friend. I don't make promises lightly and I never break them. How about it? If you're right, I'll heal it. If you're wrong, I'll kill it." Leia hesitates. Then she reaches out her hand. "Pinky promise. You have to keep your word." Leia then says she sees a ball of fire. A very large ball of fire, with black flames devouring red flames. Somewhat interesting. I can indeed manipulate fire element. Before Kofi finishes speaking, Leia directly holds up Giggly with both hands and presents it to Kofi. Kofi looks slightly taken aback. Seeing Leia's determined expression, "You're really persistent. It's just a beast, you could just throw it away." He then casts a spell with one hand to heal Giggly. Soon Giggly's injuries are healed, and it returns to Leia's side. "Alright, we shouldn't stay here long." Kofi strokes Leia's hair. "Although I've paused the time around us, staying too long will still raise suspicions. I look forward to our next meeting." After Kofi leaves, Leia also returns to her room. She lifts the blanket and asks the little snake, "Giggly, are you okay?" The little snake hisses twice, indicating it's fine. Leia giggles and suddenly gets up, wanting to get out of bed to do something. Just as she's about to get down, Zion coos twice behind her, indicating the bed is high and Leia might get hurt if she gets down directly. Leia says indignantly, "I'm not that stupid. Besides, I really don't want to trouble others." Zion doesn't give Leia any time to react and flies straight to the bell, shaking it. Leia panics. "Zion, come down quickly!" As the bell rings, two maids quickly arrive at Leia's room. They ask if something has happened. The bell was ringing so urgently. Leia says, "Zion just rang it, so it was Lord Zion playing around. That's good. We were also worried." Leia tilts her head. Worried, she heard her elf friend mention this word before. It seems to mean being afraid she might get hurt. Another maid asks softly, "Miss Leia, do you need any help?" Leia says yes, mentioning she seems unable to get down from the bed because it's too high. "I see. Let me help you then." She slowly embraces Leia. Leia hugs the maid back tightly, asking if she's too heavy. "Your Highness, you're truly very gentle." The maid slowly sets Leia down. "Since you're awake, would you like to eat now? His Majesty is still waiting to dine with your Highness." Leia looks surprised. "Pop-Pop is waiting for me." At this moment, in a room in the castle, His Majesty says angrily, "Did you come here specifically to anger me, High Priest? Why do you say that, Your Majesty? I'm only responsible for conveying the divine oracle. Unless something is wrong with my ears and I misunderstood you, otherwise you're clearly trying to make me furious." The priest says, "For the sake of the Glade Empire, we cannot let the possessor of gemstone eyes remain in the palace. The temple is much safer than the palace." His Majesty slams his fist on the table furiously. "Do you dare say the temple has no selfish motives? You say the temple is extremely safe, but I tell you, there is no place in the world safer than staying by one's father's side. My child does not need the temple's concern." The priest thought taking away a suddenly appearing child wouldn't be difficult, but he didn't expect the royal family's attitude to be so firm. His Majesty sighs softly. "I can pretend I didn't hear what you just said. I have only one requirement for the temple. Send priests to Helwin territory to resolve the epidemic. We need at least 3 high-ranking priests." The priest says, "The Empire's crisis is the temple's crisis. To protect the Empire, we will not stand by idly, but the possessor of gemstone eyes must accompany us." His Majesty stands up directly in anger. "Don't even think about it. She's only a 7-year-old child. You say you want to take her there. Are you seeking death, my dear High Priest? Your Majesty, gemstone eyes tempt people's hearts. Have you considered how many people covet her? Your Majesty, Emperor of the Empire, for the greater good, you must sacrifice the individual." "Does the High Priest mean sacrificing my daughter? Go back and tell those old folks that I will not use her, nor will I deprive her of her freedom. That's enough. You may leave now. But Your Highness, for the sake of stability." Before he finishes speaking, a teacup slides past the priest's ear. Bang! The teacup shatters, and along with it comes the Emperor's roar. "I said that's enough. Did you not hear me?" At this moment, Leia, who was originally going to find the Emperor, is climbing a pillar in the castle. She's searching for the kitten. Goldie is lying leisurely on the roof. Leia's actions frighten the two maids until their faces turn pale. They shout from below, "It's too dangerous, miss! Please come down quickly!" Leia says she can do it. When she was wandering, she often climbed trees. Kalazan and Hurin walk over at this moment. The two exchange glances, looking completely puzzled. Kalazan quickly steps forward and catches Leia. "Pardon me, Miss Leia. This is too dangerous." The trio of onlookers nearby look completely dumbfounded. Leia struggles. "What are you doing, Kalazan? I was just about to catch the kitten. Let me go, Kalazan." She rocks back and forth, trying to break free from Kalazan's hold. "You're a bad person, Kalazan. Let me go. Your Highness, if you get injured, His Majesty will worry." At this moment, Goldie jumps down on its own, even using Kalazan as a ladder. Hurin watches Kalazan's simple and rough approach awkwardly and says, "Lord Kalazan, do you not have any siblings?" Kalazan answers, "No, I don't. I simply don't want Her Highness to get injured." He then slowly sets Leia down, saying, "His Majesty is waiting to have dinner with Miss Leia." Only then does Leia react. "Oh right, I'm supposed to eat with Popop." Meanwhile, His Majesty is still sternly reprimanding the High Priest with a darkened face. The High Priest is also frightened by His Majesty's attitude. At this moment, Leia pushes open the door and calls out to Popop. His Majesty turns to see it's Leia. He immediately puts on a kind and gentle expression. He then shoots the High Priest a look, telling him to shut up immediately. He says, "Come in, Leia." His Majesty looks at the High Priest with a darkened face, thinking to himself why this person still hasn't left. When the High Priest sees Leia's eyes, he suddenly stands up. He thinks to himself that this is the first time he's seen such abundant divine power. His Majesty also slowly stands up. He comes to Leia's side and bends down, asking what's wrong. Leia lowers her head and says, "Kylan and Bella told me to come have dinner with Popop." His Majesty gently strokes Leia's head. At this moment, Leia speaks up. "Who is that person over there?" The High Priest standing to the side is also startled. His Majesty turns his head and glares at the High Priest with a darkened face, thinking to himself why this person still hasn't left. He sighs. Forget it. These temple people are all stubbornly set in their ways. He turns to Leia and says, "Can Popop hold you?" Leia puts down Goldie in her arms. She then reaches out with both hands. "Popop, hold me." His Majesty picks up Leia, thinking to himself that Leia is gradually accepting him. The High Priest, standing to the side, says, "Your Majesty, may I take a closer look at the fourth princess's eyes?" His Majesty says he cannot make that decision. If he wants to look, he needs Leia's own permission. The Emperor stares coldly at the High Priest. The High Priest appears conflicted. Suddenly, the High Priest kneels before Leia. "Greetings, Your Highness!" He coughs slightly twice. "Well, Your Highness, I have a request." Before he finishes speaking, Leia immediately says, "I can't lend you Goldie. It's my friend. I can't lend it." The High Priest is momentarily speechless. He turns to look at His Majesty, signaling for help. His Majesty quickly turns his head away, pretending he didn't see anything. The High Priest is more helpless. He turns back and says, "Your Highness, I mean you no harm. I only want to look at your eyes. Your eyes sparkle like gemstones, and I want to take a closer look." Leia covers her eyes in fear. Then she brushes aside her hair. "Sir, are you a bad person?" The High Priest says, "No, I'm not a bad person. Are you very afraid of me?" Leia shakes her head. "I'm not afraid." The High Priest says, "I swear to the gods that I am absolutely not a bad person." Leia tugs at His Majesty's clothes, saying, "My elf friend said I should be careful of people who want to see my eyes." His Majesty asks, "Why should you be careful? Can you tell Popop?" He said, "There's something very precious in my eyes, and bad people all want it." His Majesty thinks to himself that this elf friend isn't a bad person. He taught Leia methods to survive alone and made her stay vigilant about this world. "Can you show me? Does Popop want to see?" "Popop can see. I trust Popop." Leia then starts fiddling with her hair. "Is this okay, Popop?" "That will hurt you. Just push it back a little." Outside the castle, a figure in the deep grass lets out a cold laugh. Kalazan seems to sense the intruder's presence, his gaze coldly fixed on the depths. Inside the castle, His Majesty strokes Leia's face. The High Priest looks at her in amazement. Countless history books record that people started wars to fight over gemstone eyes. Now he can understand why. She doesn't need to do anything. This overwhelming divine power alone is enough to bewitch a person's body and mind. After viewing Leia's eyes, the High Priest says, "If the trouble in Helwin territory is truly related to the demon race, then we need Her Highness, the fourth princess, to go even more. This is not a matter Your Majesty can decide. Her Highness must go to Helwin territory." His Majesty says coldly, "Do you not take me seriously? I said that's enough. Must I use force before you'll shut up? I'm simply stating facts. The Divine Oracle has issued orders. We need Her Highness's power. To resolve this matter, I'll go personally. Now shut up, Your Majesty. I understand Her Highness is very important to you, but your subjects also need Her Highness." His Majesty covers Leia's ears. "I only want this child's eyes to be filled with beautiful things, to live safely and happily. Am I being too greedy?" Waves of spiritual energy ripple around His Majesty, demonstrating his current inner fury. Seeing this, the High Priest knows he cannot provoke His Majesty further. He bows his head and says he takes his leave. Leia looks at Popop with heartache. She suddenly reaches out her hand and places it on His Majesty's forehead. "Popop, be good. Don't be angry. Being angry makes you feel bad. Is that so? I'm sorry, Leia. Pop-Pop was wrong. It's okay, Pop-Pop. I'll take care of you. His Majesty holds Leia tightly in his arms. Just thinking about all the pain Leia will have to endure makes him feel afraid. His Majesty closes his eyes with heartache. At this moment, Leia nestles quietly in His Majesty's embrace, pondering something. She gently pats His Majesty's head. Wherever Pop-Pop is, that's Leia's home. Pop-Pop, I will protect you. Meanwhile, outside the castle, Kalazan discovers the outsider. Who are you? How did you get near the castle without permission? Oh, discovered so quickly. Lord Kalazan is truly perceptive. Kalazan's expression turns grave, thinking that anyone who can get this close to him is definitely no ordinary person. Lord Kalazan can even use sword energy? Very impressive. Kalazan takes a swift step forward, wanting to end this quickly. He unleashes a blade of sword energy. The intruder leans back to avoid the attack, not forgetting to mock that Kalazan is really too rough. Alright, I'm just joking with you. Kalazan says coldly, you can explain yourself to His Majesty. The intruder says this knight is truly suspicious. Kalazan doesn't give him much chance to explain and charges forward with his sword again. The intruder stops holding back and directly manipulates fire element, hurling it at Kalazan. Immediately, fire element attaches to Kalazan's armor. However, the fire element causes no harm to Kalazan. Instead, it's dispersed by a blast of sword energy. The intruder's eyes widen as he exclaims, "What a big spender! Armor blessed with divine power. What a shame. If I could have a proper fight with you, it would definitely be very interesting, but I don't have time to keep you company right now. I originally came today to meet the possessor of gemstone eyes, but you discovered me. But it doesn't matter, this is quite fun. For now, I won't make a move on her." He leaves behind the words farewell, knight before vanishing from the spot. What a troublesome opponent. Captain, should we pursue? Kalazan glances at the newcomer and says, from the start, he wasn't fighting me seriously. This person is very powerful. Increase the guards protecting the 4 princes and princesses. I'll report this matter to His Majesty. His Majesty is extremely worried and frustrated about the epidemic in Helwin territory. He then goes to the records room, asking how the information gathering about the demon race is progressing. The record keeper Oslo looks up and says, there are quite a few records from before the demon race's extinction, but almost none after they were sealed. Your Majesty, look? I can only find scattered pieces of information and string them together. Here it records a similar incident that occurred 100 years ago. The holder of red gemstone eyes used the properties of the red gemstone eyes to forge a sword and shattered the demon stone with one strike. By the 3rd day, those with mild symptoms were completely cured. By the 7th day, those with severe symptoms gradually recovered. Over the following month, even late-stage patients, even those who had lost their will and could only wait for death, recovered their spirits. But after that, the holder of red gemstone eyes became wary of people, distanced themselves from crowds, until they completely disappeared, His Majesty says with concern. This only proves that gemstone eyes can indeed counter corrupted demon stones. By the way, what happened to that gemstone eyes holder in the end? Isn't there any record of that? Oslo indicates there isn't. Not a single mention. Moreover, ordinary people cannot see demon stones. His Majesty lets out a helpless cold laugh at this moment. Oslo says, Your Majesty, are you worried about Miss Leia? I've heard before that Your Majesty is very fond of Miss Leia, but from what I can see, she'll find it very difficult to stay out of this matter. The Emperor says the temple wants Leia to help locate the demon stone's position, but this is very dangerous. This is the first time I've felt being Emperor is so restrictive. I only hope my child can grow up happily and safely, but even this has become an extravagant wish. I originally wanted to protect this child who has nothing and knows nothing, but I can't even do the most basic things. Oslo, look through the materials about Yarford again. The moment you find any intelligence about golden gemstone eyes, report to me immediately. Meanwhile, Aaron feels a bit frustrated. As Leia's brother, he thinks it's ridiculous that he's not as close to her as her 2 maids are. Yesterday, he went hunting with the Night Order and finally managed to catch a rabbit, which he plans to give to Leia. He arrives at Leia's door. Taking a deep breath, he calms himself down. Then he knocks on the door. Knock, 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 Leia, are you there? He gently pushes the door open and peeks his head in. Leia? Hearing the voice, Leia turns around and looks at the visitor with confusion. May I come a little closer? Leia asks with a puzzled expression. Why? Aaron says, I want to give you this little cutie. Seeing the adorable rabbit, Leia is completely captivated and rushes over. Can I touch it? Aaron nods somewhat nervously. But be gentle. Don't hurt it. Leia happily pets the rabbit. This rabbit is so fluffy. Aaron smirks to himself. Great. His guess was right. Leia really does love small animals. Such a cute rabbit. Is it Aaron's friend? Aaron is surprised that Leia actually knows his name. Suddenly, the rabbit jumps right into Leia's arms. Leia sits down on the floor and starts playing with the rabbit. Watching his little sister, Aaron smiles with relief. He crouches down and says, From today on, this rabbit is yours to take care of. I'm giving it to you. Is this really okay? Brother, thank you for the gift. Aaron says, It's nothing. We're family, after all. Mentioning family, Leia seems to remember something. She says she can't stay with Aaron today because she needs to return to the old castle. can I come with you? Leia thinks to herself that her elf friend might return today. Seeing his sister hesitate, Aaron quickly promises he won't cause any trouble. Leia stares at Aaron with doubt. Really? I absolutely won't cause trouble. I swear. Leia looks at him skeptically for a moment, then nods. This makes Aaron overjoyed, and he jumps up excitedly. The two then set off for the old castle. On the way, Leia asks Aaron why he looks so much bigger than last time. Aaron scratches his head. This question is really awkward. Just as he's about to explain, he sees Leia staring straight ahead. Elf Lord! Leia rushes eagerly toward the Elf Lord before her. The Elf Lord crouches down, quietly waiting for Leia. Leia hugs the Elf Lord tightly and asks, "It hasn't snowed yet. Why have you appeared? Did something happen?" "It's alright. My power is gradually recovering, so I awakened earlier than before." Aaron watches everything before him in shock. It's actually one of the elf race. Then he gathers his courage and asks, "Who are you exactly?" Watching the two chatting happily, Aaron is so awkwardly ignored that his face twitches. He's being completely ignored. Leia seems to have no guard up against this person at all. "Aaron, what are you thinking about? Do you know this person?" "Who is he?" Leia answers somewhat nervously. "He's my friend." Aaron is completely baffled by Leia's answer. That's like saying nothing at all. "Lou, why does he call you Leia?" Leia says happily, "Elf Lord, this is the name Popop gave me. You finally have a name. This name suits you very well. I just took a look around. This place seems to be under construction. Where are you living now?" Leia answers, "Popop made me move, but I want to come back so I can see you, Elf Lord." The elf puts Leia down. "It's alright. I can go to your new home with you, but you should let your Popop know first, so it won't seem rude." Then the elf asks Leia if she's carrying the little snake with her. "Yes, but it seems to sleep almost all day, every day." At this moment, the little snake seems to sense something and crawls onto the elf's hand. Leia says happily, "Giggly seems to really like you, Elf Lord." Then the elf says, "I woke up earlier than usual this time, and consumed a lot of power. I need to temporarily borrow Giggly's body." Leia says disappointedly, "Then when can we meet again?" The elf looks at Leia tenderly, promising they'll meet again tomorrow. Meanwhile, Aaron leans against a large tree with a pout. "Have these two completely forgotten about me?" However, he's very curious why Leia is so close to this person and decides to report this matter to His Majesty. Meanwhile, in a room at the castle, Khalizan is reporting to the Emperor, "Your Majesty, we've found the midwife who delivered the fourth princess." His Majesty looks very exhausted from dealing with matters concerning Leia. Based on the palace entry and exit records and the date you mentioned, we deduced the midwife's name. All the princes and princesses, including the crown prince, were delivered by this person, so she wasn't hard to find. Good. Bring her back to the capital. Don't let anything go wrong on the way, Khalizan says with some difficulty, Your Majesty. I'm afraid that won't be possible. The midwife's hometown is in Helwin territory. His Majesty looks up sharply. What did you say? Don't tell me the midwife also caught that strange plague? No, she learned about the abnormality in her hometown through family letters faster than the royal family and went back home first. I heard from the high priest that you plan to take the fourth princess to Helwin territory? Yes. What do you think I should do? For the sake of the Empire, the fourth princess should certainly go. If Your Majesty is worried about the princess's safety, I'm willing to go along. I'm worried that child will see the dark side of this world. I, Khalizan, will protect the princess with my life. Just as I protect the path before Your Majesty, I will protect the path beneath the princess's feet. Indeed, Khalizan is trustworthy. At least there's one person he can rely on. Since my daughter is going, then I will go too. I will personally deal with whatever the demon tribe has caused. Your Majesty, you are the ruler of this nation. You shouldn't leave the capital. Notify the temple. Send at least 3 senior priests and 1 high priest. I will personally oversee this operation. Besides Leia, the midwife must also be strictly protected. Khalizan says no more and answers firmly, Yes, Your Majesty. Khalizan stops trying to persuade His Majesty and turns to leave the room. Reaching the doorway, Khalizan pauses. Second Prince. Khalizan, have you finished talking with my father? I need to see him. Yes, Second Prince. What matter do you have? Yes, it's about Leia. Khalizan's eyes narrow slightly. It's about the fourth princess again. Then he stands at the door, wanting to hear what Aaron has to say. Father, I just went to that abandoned castle with Leia, and there I saw. What did I see? What was I going to say? Aaron, what's wrong? What did you see there? Aaron says uncertainly, I forgot. I can't remember. His Majesty glances at Khalizan, signaling him to investigate. Khalizan nods knowingly. He then turns and leaves the room. His Majesty asks, Aaron, do you only remember that you and Leia went to the old castle but don't remember anything else? I seem to have forgotten something. I only remember that Leia and I played there for a while. Aaron, you're probably tired. Go back and rest. Understood, Father. Aaron then leaves the room as well. His Majesty falls into deep thought. What exactly did Aaron encounter? Meanwhile, greetings, esteemed fourth princess, Leia asks with confusion. Who are you? I am Baron Shalinde, young lady. Pleased to meet you. Leia clenches her fists nervously. At this moment, Heron suddenly appears and says in a low, stern voice, This area is off limits to outsiders. Don't you know that, Baron? Shalinde? The Baron scratches his head awkwardly, saying he just got lost. Heron leans close to the Baron's ear and says, You deliberately came from the first floor to the top floor. I suspect you're looking for something. Baron Shalinde coughs awkwardly, insisting he really did get lost, then says he'll leave now. Heron watches the Baron's retreating figure, thinking he'll need to keep a close eye on this man from now on. Then he crouches down and asks Leia if she was frightened. No, I just felt he was slimy. So unpleasant. Your Highness, if you encounter such people again, just call for me or the maids. Don't engage with them and go straight back to your room. I will do my best to keep these people away from you, young lady. Leia nods obediently. I understand, Grandpa Hurin. It's almost time for dinner. Please prepare to dine, young lady. Alright, should I go find Popop today? Come to think of it, Kylan and Bella were right. The young lady has been seeking out His Majesty frequently lately. It seems she's gradually accepting His Majesty. Hurin crouches down and says, if you wish to go, you can certainly visit His Majesty. All right then, let's go find Popop for dinner. Then shall we prepare a bit before going, young lady? Leia tugs at her clothes. Won't this work? Hurin patiently explains. What you're wearing is sleepwear. You need to change into different clothes for dinner. Leia pouts. All right then. Ah, this is really such a hassle. Meanwhile, His Majesty looks down at the pocket watch in his hand as time ticks by. At this moment, Marquise Kelfi, standing beside him, calls out softly, Your Majesty. What is it, Kelfi? Why haven't you left yet? Your Majesty, I haven't finished presenting my report yet. His Majesty says somewhat distractedly. Oh, then continue. Your Majesty, you seem a bit distracted today. Has something happened with the princess? No, I'm listening to your report very attentively, Kelfi mutters internally. Does he take me for a fool? Then he speaks up again, asking if His Majesty is truly all right. Yes, I'm fine. You may leave. I'll review the documents. Later. Kelfi stands there awkwardly. His Majesty speaks again. I told you to leave, yet you still don't leave. Are you disobeying an imperial command? Kelfi says in shock. You actually issued an imperial command just to get rid of me? His Majesty says coldly. So are you going to defy it? Since you put it that way, I naturally must withdraw. At this moment, there's a knock at the council chamber door. His Majesty quickly stands up. Kelfi watches the suddenly hurried Emperor in complete bewilderment. Wasn't he just being fierce? Why does His Majesty's face suddenly light up? What is going on? Leia pushes open the door. Pop, time for dinner. His Majesty kneels on one knee and replies, Oh, it's gotten so late already. I really am feeling quite hungry. Kelfi's face contorts with frustration. So that's what's going on. His Majesty turns to the Marquis and says, Handle the report as we just discussed. You may go now, the Marquis says with amusement, but I don't want to leave just like that. Then he walks forward quickly. Princess, we were rushed last time and I didn't have a chance to properly greet you. I am Kelfi. Grandpa is so much gentler than last time. Grandpa Kelfi, my name is Leia. It's the name Popop gave me. Then Kelfi says, Miss Leia, may I join you for dinner? Leia immediately refuses. No, Kelfi freezes on the spot. He was rejected instantly. Leia says she only eats dinner with Popop. Kelfi never expected to be rejected so directly. What's most infuriating is that His Majesty is gloating. Kelfi asks again, Miss Leia, really not possible? Leia refuses again. Kelfi turns to look angrily at the smirking Emperor. What's so funny? Then next time I'll bring you some delicious fruit, Leia asks with confusion. Are fruits things that grow on trees? Yes, these fruits are a specialty of my territory. They're very precious fruits. Even His Majesty can't eat them often. Hearing about such precious fruit, Leia's eyes light up with anticipation. Then when I bring the fruit next time, will you eat with Grandpa, Princess? Leia happily answers yes. Then I shall take my leave. I wish you and His Majesty a pleasant meal. After Kelfi leaves, His Majesty asks Leia if she likes this grandpa. Leia says he seems nice. He was planning to throw him out if the child disliked him. What a shame. Popop, let's go eat. Oh, by the way, Popop, can we invite Big Sister to eat with us later? His Majesty thinks to himself that she must be referring to Leona. He didn't expect their relationship to become so close so quickly. Just then, hurried footsteps echo through the hall. His Majesty reaches out and stops the rushing maid, asking what's happened that has her so flustered. Greetings, son of the Empire. The Empress has suddenly returned to the palace. Ah, why didn't anyone report this? The maids glance at each other awkwardly and say, the Empress avoided the night order and climbed over the wall to get in. His Majesty is nearly beside himself hearing the maid's explanation. He sighs and says he understands, then dismisses the maid. His Majesty kneels on one knee before Leia and says, there might be a guest joining us for dinner. Leia tilts her head and asks what kind of guest. His Majesty explains, my wife. Leia says happily, is she family? Will she become my family in the future? His Majesty says that's correct. She'll take care of you in the future too. Then he extends his hand. Let's go in. His Majesty carries Leia with one arm and walks toward the dining hall. Then the doors to the dining hall are pushed open. Seated at the head of the table is a red-haired beauty. Long time no see, Your Majesty Errol's, His Majesty says somewhat helplessly. I've told you not to use such strange titles when addressing me. We haven't seen each other in so long, and you start with nagging. You really haven't changed at all. Leia's big eyes keep staring at the Empress. At this moment, His Majesty calls out softly to Leia. Only then does Leia react, shyly greeting the Empress. The Empress pauses and glances at Leia. Then she also says happily, hello, sweetheart. His Majesty gives the Empress a contemptuous look. Seeing His Majesty so nervous, the Empress bursts into laughter. Then she comes to Leia's side. Hello, my name is Selena. Pleased to meet you. Hello, Selena. My name is Leia. What a beautiful name. Yes, Popop gave it to me. I'm your Popop's wife, so you're also my child. That means I'll be your mommy from now on. Leia covers her mouth and says, but my Mimi is already dead. Selena says, "You can't call us Popop and Mimi. That's disrespectful to both me and Errol's." Hearing about disrespect, Leia is startled. She turns to look at His Majesty nervously and says, "Am I being disrespectful to Popop? No? To Weepoo?" His Majesty says, "It's alright. You grew up outside and don't know these things. It's not intentional." Leia turns to look at Selena and asks what she should call her. "Sweetheart, you can call me whatever you like. You can also call me Selena." Then, "Selena, do you like me calling you Mommy?" "Of course I do. You're Errol's child, which makes you my child." "Then what should I call Pop-Pop?" "Just call him Mr. His Majesty's face darkens immediately. "Selena, what did you just say?" "Believe me, I'll deal with you," Selena says cheerfully. "Leia is right here. You'd better not try anything." "But Leia is so beautiful. She looks just like her mother," Leia says excitedly. "You knew my mother?" "Yes, your mother was quiet by nature and didn't like interacting with people. She had golden eyes and long blue hair. Very beautiful." After Selena finishes describing her mother, Leia looks a bit downcast. Selena notices this too. She reaches out and strokes Leia's face, saying if she finds out anything more, she'll definitely tell her. "Let's have dinner together, Leia." Then Leia starts eating her steak with big bites. After eating for quite a while, Selena asks awkwardly, "Leia, aren't you full yet? You've already eaten 10 plates." I'm a bit full, but this steak is really delicious." At this moment, His Majesty speaks up. "So you actually know how to take care of children." Selena looks exasperated at His Majesty's doubt. "I was the one who took care of those 3 little ones before, wasn't I, my dear lazy Errol's?" "What do you mean lazy? You just never gave me a chance." "Oh, are you making excuses, your lazy Majesty?" "Hey, how did I become your lazy Majesty?" "Selena, don't talk nonsense. I haven't even blamed you for making Leia call me Mr. Haha." The Empress says playfully, "Your Majesty needs to fight for what he wants himself, there's just nothing I can do with you." At this moment, the Empress stands and says to Leia, "Mommy and Mr. have some things to discuss. Can you go back on your own?" Leia says, "No problem," then says goodbye and leaves the dining hall. "Leia, be careful on the way." Then the Empress turns to His Majesty and says, "I went to investigate the matter in Helwin territory. There aren't many rumors about it nationwide yet, but there's already word spreading among merchants." His Majesty says somewhat helplessly, "So we still can't contain it after all. However, on my way back, I encountered someone and brought him back. I think you'll definitely be interested." "Brought back someone? Who?" The doors to the dining hall are pushed open. His Majesty looks in surprise at the person being dragged in. The Empress says this is what she picked up on her way back. Looking at the person, His Majesty says with exasperation, "Why is it you, Grunt?" Grunt tries to explain something through his gag. The Empress says, "Untie him." Then his restraints are removed. Suddenly, Grunt complains, "What kind of sister-in-law are you?" The Empress says, "You're not much of a brother-in-law either. Not even recognizing your sister-in-law's face before trying to hit on her." Hearing this, His Majesty glares at Grunt. Grunt explains awkwardly, "I'd had some strong liquor and couldn't see clearly. Otherwise, who would dare to hit on my sister-in-law?" Before he can finish, His Majesty says with a dark expression, "So you're saying you look down on the Empress?" "Oh no, brother, that's not what I meant. You're as difficult to communicate with as ever. By the way, I heard you had another child. That child is already 7 years old. You'd better not joke about this." "Oh, come on, it's just a joke. But I heard she's from the Yar tribe." "However, brother, I know some information about the Yar tribe. They permit close-kin marriages, which means the entire Yar tribe descends from the same bloodline. They're both comrades in arms, fighting side by side and family members monitoring each other. So whatever they do, it's always in pairs. No one can escape the tribe. Anyone who shows even the slightest hint of betrayal will be killed. If my little niece's birth mother is truly from the Yar tribe, you need to be careful. The Yar tribe calls children born between them and other races heretics." His Majesty asks what heretic means. "They believe heretics are filthy traitors who must be killed." Hearing this, His Majesty is also shocked. "How can this be?" Grunt continues, "Moreover, the Yar tribe seems able to sense where their fellow tribe members are. They're extremely sensitive to sound, to an extreme degree. They can even hear others' emotions. I've seen Yar tribe members, in their middle years, who are over 2,000 years old. I heard the oldest exceed 5,000 years. There's one more thing, brother, that might be hard for you to hear. Don't worry about me. Continue. Yar tribe people usually don't die at the hands of their own tribe members, because that would leave their souls restless. Most of them die by suicide." After discussing the Yar tribe, Grunt says since he rarely comes back, he wants to go see his nephews and nieces. Meanwhile, the second princess mocks Aaron, using a rabbit to make Leia happy. "Your brain works pretty well." Aaron says Leia only shows a happy smile when she's with animals. "That's true. Now only Big Brother is left. Why don't we take her on a picnic and hunting next time?" "Leona, is your logic working? Leia likes animals, and you want to take her hunting? We might as well pool our allowances together and build a zoo." Leona's eyes light up. "Right, that's a great idea." At this moment, the room door opens. Leona turns happily, thinking it's Leia about to greet her. "What? Why is Uncle here?" "Ah, Leona, what's with that expression? Uncle rarely comes back, and this is how you treat me?" Aaron smiles and greets his uncle. Leona also reluctantly says hello to Uncle. Uncle replies awkwardly, "You're truly your father's children, each more insufferable than the last." Knock, knock, knock. At this moment, there's another knock at the door. Grund asks in confusion which maid is knocking so weakly. He opens the door casually. Who is it? Looking at the empty corridor, Grund says puzzledly, huh? Where is everyone? At this moment, Leona and Aaron run to the door and call out, Leia, come in quickly! Leia looks up nervously at Grund standing before her. Aaron and Leona ask if Leia dislikes this uncle. It's okay, he'll leave soon. Then Leona punches Grund in the face. Never mind him. We don't need to pay attention to him. Then they open the snacks they've prepared. Seeing the snacks, Leia smiles happily again. She picks up a little bear cookie. So cute! Grund quickly interjects, do you really like small animals? Leia pouts and ignores Grund. She turns and asks Kylan if she can eat a bunny cookie. Kylan says of course she can. This was prepared just for you, Miss Leia. Looking at the bunny cookie in her hand, Leia asks if biting bunny will hurt it. Hurin explains, no it won't. The cookie is just made to look like a bunny. It's a cookie, it won't hurt. Then Leia takes a bite of the cookie. Wow, this is really so delicious. Aaron pushes the cookies in front of him toward Leia too. If you like them, eat more. Take your time. Then he asks if Leia can write her own name. Leia says while eating and pouting that she can't yet. Aaron signals for a maid to bring paper and a pen. Then he writes out Leia's name. Leia looks at her name carefully. Then she nods, indicating she's very satisfied. Her hand keeps reaching for cookies. Suddenly, Leia feels a familiar sensation. She exclaims in surprise, wow, Giggly! Is that you, Giggly? Then she turns and says to Kylan with a grin, this cookie looks just like Giggly. Grund looks at Leia before him. Putting on an innocent expression, he greets her. Little one, I don't dislike you. Can't I even say hello? I'm your uncle after all. Leia pouts and glances at Grund, saying, I can sense that you dislike me. Grund says, I think I like you a little bit. Do you like bears? How about I give you one? Hearing she can meet a new animal friend, Leia immediately perks up. Seeing Leia's reaction, Grund smiles and thinks to himself, if he really brings one back, it'll probably make his brother furious, because his brother hates animals. At this moment, Leia seems struck as if by a blow, so Mr. hates small animals. Then she hands the cookie in her hand to Kylan, saying she needs to go find Mr. Leona feels a bit disappointed, asking why she's in such a hurry to find father. Small animals. I need to ask him clearly. Leona and Aaron both glare angrily at Grund. It's his fault for talking too much. On her way to find His Majesty, Leia suddenly stops. Elf Lord, are you there? Can you talk to me? Then the Elf Lord appears, cupping Leia's face in both hands and asking what happened. You look very sad. Elf Lord, Mr. hates my friends. Giggly, Goldie, Zion, and Bunny. I see. The elf strokes Leia's face. Then go tell that person you want to move back to your old castle. Anyway, if anything else happens, you can call for me. Then the elf lord returns to Giggly's body. Tap, tap, tap. Leia walks quickly to His Majesty's room. Miss Leia, why are you here? Is there something you need? Grandpa Hurin, is Mr. here? Hurin asks, the Mr. you're referring to. Is that His Majesty? You should call His Majesty Pop-Pop, not Mr. No wonder His Majesty seemed a bit dejected. All right. Then is Pop-Pop here? Can I go in? Of course. I'll go inform His Majesty right away. Please wait a moment. Hearing that Leia has come to see him, His Majesty immediately perks up. Leia enters His Majesty's room. Pop-Pop, I want to confirm something with you. His Majesty says gently, you can sit down and take your time to talk. Then Leia climbs onto a chair. Seeing the desk covered with documents, she asks, Pop-Pop, are you very busy? Instantly, His Majesty sweeps his arm and all the documents are swept away. He quickly explains, not busy at all. These are all garbage. I'll have Hurin clean them up later. Don't worry about it. I heard you were just having afternoon tea with Leona and Aaron. Is there something you need from me? Leia looks up and asks, Pop-Pop, do you hate Zion, Goldie, and the others? His Majesty is somewhat taken aback. Why are you asking this, Leia? Don't worry. Take your time and tell me what happened. When I was eating cookies just now, I heard Pop-Pop's brother say that Pop-Pop doesn't like animals. If Pop-Pop doesn't like them, I can move out and go back to where I used to live. I don't want Pop-Pop to dislike me, and I don't want to leave my friends either. His Majesty leans down and says, child, if you want to go back, you can go back anytime. Pop-Pop won't force you to do anything. However, Pop-Pop would prefer you to stay. We can live together. After all, we're family. Leia's emotions suddenly become somewhat low. Family? Then why didn't Mimi want me? At this moment, Kalazan and Hurin also walk in. They exchange glances but say nothing. The books my friend read to me said that a family should have both a Pop-Pop and a Mimi. But I have nothing. I've had nothing since I was very, very small. His Majesty is about to reach out to comfort Leia, but Leia dodges His Majesty's hand. At the same time, massive golden energy fluctuations appear in the air around them. His Majesty stares at the golden energy in the air, momentarily stunned. Meanwhile, Leia covers her ears and screams in pain. His Majesty quickly steps forward, trying to comfort Leia. Too noisy! Don't come closer! Stay away! His Majesty suddenly remembers that one ability of the Golden Gem Eyes is to hear others' emotional fluctuations. The more he cares about Leia now, the more pain she experiences. At this moment, Leia is nearing the edge of collapse. Suddenly, the temperature around them drops rapidly. Kalizan also senses the danger and stays alert. Lu, I'm here. Hold on. Don't lose yourself. Then the elf raises his hand and sweeps it downward. Boom! The frost power instantly suppresses the golden energy. His Majesty speaks up. Don't come near my child. You have no right to say such things. At this moment, Leia regains consciousness and turns her head, calling out, Elf Lord! The Elf Lord answers gently, It's me, Lu. I'm late. Elf Lord, I feel so terrible. Lu, listen. That feeling just now was worry. Your Popop heard you say your mother died and was too worried about you. This emotion was too intense and pulled you into it. You need to control your ability properly. The emotion of worry is a sign of caring for you. It's not frightening. At this moment, Leia turns to His Majesty and asks, "Were you worrying about me just now?" "Yes, I was very worried about you, but I truly didn't know my emotions would affect you. It's not Popop's fault. It's all because I can't control myself properly. But hearing Popop's worry makes me really happy," the Elf Lord says coldly. Can't even take care of a small child. At this moment, Khalazan steps forward, preparing to apprehend the elf who spoke disrespectfully to His Majesty. "Khalazan, no!" Hearing the fourth princess command, Khalazan doesn't react immediately. Leia puts her hands on her hips, looking quite angry. "You can't do this! Put down your sword! He's my friend! But even if he's a friend of your highness, he cannot act so presumptuously in the imperial palace," Leia says with grievance. "But he just protected me." At this moment, His Majesty waves his hand. "Khalazan, put away your sword." Though Khalazan harbors great hostility toward the elf, he still sheathes his sword. The elf says, "Finally, someone reasonable. I'm leaving now." Then the frost around them dissipates, and the elf vanishes without a trace. His Majesty stares at where the elf disappeared, his expression very grave. To disappear so instantly and silently. What exactly is this guy's relationship with my child? On another side of the castle, Kofi leans against the windowsill, pondering what happened a few days ago. The warriors inside the palace are more excellent than I imagined. Not only the emperor himself, but even the princes and princesses are protected by divine power. And there's the fourth princess who just appeared. Not only is she royalty, but she also possesses gem eyes. Her body is also wrapped in a terrifying frost power. But it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, that brat will go to Helwin territory with me. There will be plenty of opportunities. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. At this moment, Kofi suddenly feels a powerful chill behind him. This chill actually shatters the window directly. Where did this uninvited guest come from? You really have no manners. Kofi suddenly turns to look behind him. Such powerful ice power. Who are you? I'm here to warn you. I advise you not to touch Lu again. You're talking about the fourth princess, right? Her name doesn't seem to be Lu. The elf lord doesn't respond, just stares coldly. Then with a wave of his palm, the air forms into an ice butterfly. It instantly freezes Kofi's lower leg. Kofi summons flames and sneers. "You think you can scare me with such petty tricks?" Then the ice freezing Kofi's leg quickly melts away. The elf lord smiles slightly and says nothing more. He releases another ice butterfly. This time it directly freezes the hand Kofi used to summon flames. Kofi mocks, "Are you stupid? You think mere ice can freeze hellfire?" Only then does he realize the ice won't melt. "Don't tell me you're that ice attribute elf from before. How can you appear here? Weren't you supposed to be in eternal sleep? You're quite concerned about other people's business anyway. I've warned you. I hope you won't seek your own destruction." Then he vanishes into a phantom. "You bastard, don't leave. At least melt this chunk of ice before you go." The next morning, Khalazan leads the night order and begins to assemble. The teleportation circle is ready. His Majesty holds Leia and instructs, "Don't leave Popop's sight." I understand Popop. Then His Majesty leads everyone toward the teleportation circle. He nods to the priest, indicating they can begin teleportation. Leia lies nervously in His Majesty's arms. His Majesty comforts her. "Don't worry, Leia. No matter what happens, Popop will protect you." Helwin territory, inside the Viscount's manor. The Viscount leans back in his chair and sighs. "Heaven never blocks all paths. I never imagined that in my lifetime I would see blue gem eyes with healing power." Then he says to the child beside him, "His Majesty will soon arrive at my territory. I hope young Master Isaac can see his family soon." "Let's hope so. After all, they were the ones who abandoned me in the first place." "Viscount, I'm a bit tired today. I'll go back to rest first." Then he returns to his room. What a bunch of fools. With these eyes, I can finally escape the mud. I can become a prince too. The next day, His Majesty, leading the High Priest and Knight Order, arrives at Helwin territory. "Welcome, Your Majesty. I have done my best to make arrangements for you. Please follow me." His Majesty turns to Leia and says, "Will you go back to your room and rest? Popop needs to attend to official business." But Leia says, "I want to go with Popop. I won't interfere with your work." Leia grabs His Majesty's clothes and keeps acting cute. "Popop, please, pretty please." His Majesty eventually agrees to Leia's request. At this moment, the Viscount reports, "The illness in the territory has improved somewhat. Have you found a solution?" How should I put this? Not exactly, but rather because of a person with gem eyes. Hearing about gem eyes, both the priest and Khalazan are somewhat surprised. "Viscount, I find your words hard to believe. Bring that person before me." Then a child with blue gem eyes appears in the hall. Moreover, he possesses blue gem eyes with powerful healing ability. His Majesty looks extremely shocked when he sees Isaac's eyes. Leia, standing beside him, is also somewhat surprised to see eyes like her own. Isaac stands straight in the hall, somewhat at a loss. His Majesty turns to Uriel and says, "Go examine him." "Yes, Your Majesty." Then he crouches before Isaac. "May I look at your hand?" "Yes, please go ahead." Then the priest takes Isaac's hand and uses psychic power to examine him. "Well, Uriel, any findings?" "Your Majesty, I just probed with psychic power. There are indeed spiritual energy fluctuations of gem eyes." At this moment, Leia and Isaac happen to make eye contact. Both appear very surprised. Suddenly, both seem to be struck by a powerful mental shock. Leia is knocked unconscious by the psychic impact. Isaac, on the other hand, trembles in shock. His Majesty shouts, "Hurin, quickly call for a doctor! Monster! She's a monster!" Isaac, as if frightened, keeps repeating the word monster. Why? She was clearly dead. How can she be alive? At this moment, His Majesty says coldly, "Mind your words." Isaac, if you dare spout more nonsense, I'll take your head. Isaac still wants to explain what he saw. Uriel reaches out to stand between them. Your Majesty, this young man has suffered quite a shock. Please take the princess for treatment first. I'll watch over him. At this moment, His Majesty has no intention of letting Isaac off. Your Majesty, Master Uriel is right. Please calm your anger first. The urgent matter is to treat the princess. Under everyone's persuasion, His Majesty doesn't pursue the matter further. He carries Leia and turns to leave the hall. After His Majesty leaves, Hurin comes before Isaac and asks, "Are you all right? What did you mean by what you just said? Can you tell me in detail?" Isaac looks up and says, "What exactly is that girl? She was clearly dead. Why has she come back to life?" Isaac says excitedly, "There must be a mistake. His Majesty will be in danger being with her." Hurin frowns deeply. Isaac, His Majesty is not a soft-hearted person. If you continue to slander the princess, I cannot guarantee your safety. Hearing this, Isaac is also frightened. Thinking of His Majesty's gaze just now, he says no more. But in his heart, he seems to have made some kind of resolution. "I understand, Steward Hurin. I was presumptuous. I apologize." Then Isaac walks toward the door. Turning to Hurin, he says, "Actually, I was just speaking the truth." In Isaac's memory, he has seen Leia before. At that time, he was a wanderer and encountered her, who was also wandering. In a room at Viscount Helwin's manor in Helwin territory, Leia slowly opens her eyes. His Majesty has been staying by Leia's side. "You're awake? Are you feeling better?" Much better." Pop, I'm fine." Leia opens her arms, wanting His Majesty to hold her. His Majesty holds Leia in his arms and says, "I'm so glad you're safe and sound." His Majesty strokes Leia's head and asks, "Did that child do something to you just now?" Leia thinks for a moment and says no. She doesn't know why she fainted just now either. Pop, I'm hungry. Is there any crayfish to eat?" Leia instantly switches to adorable kitten mode, begging Pop over and over to make her crayfish. His Majesty has never encountered such a situation and quickly agrees to everything. Leia acts cute and says, "As expected, Pop is the most handsome in the world." Leia's series of expressions make both of them burst into laughter. Then His Majesty carries Leia to the dining hall of the Viscount's manor. Why does this child also have to dine here? At this moment, Isaac lowers his head and says, "Your Majesty, please forgive my disrespect yesterday. In view of your rescue work in Helwin territory, I can forgive your disrespect yesterday. However, the princess is unwell. You should go dine elsewhere." Isaac says, very aggrieved, "I'm an orphan. I've eaten alone my whole life. I want to eat with everyone." Kofi, standing to the side, almost laughs out loud, putting on such an innocent and pitiful appearance, absolutely disgusting. His entire body radiates pitch-black malice, yet he still pretends to be pure. However, the eyes are indeed fine, but something still feels off. His Majesty, hearing Isaac's answer, says nothing. He turns and orders the servants to bring food to his room. He'll take Leia back to their room. The Viscount quickly explains, "It was my oversight. Please, Your Majesty and Princess, be seated." Turning, he says in a low voice, "Isaac, you should withdraw for now." Isaac apologizes on the surface. "I'm sorry. I was too greedy." But in his heart he thinks, so stubborn. Just how bewitched has he been by this monster? At this moment, Leia lifts her head. "Let's eat. Eat together. Aren't you hungry too?" Hearing Leia's words, Isaac says thank you, but inwardly he's furious. Just a monster deceiving humans. In the dining hall, His Majesty looks at Leia with relief. Just watching her eat makes him feel happy. Isaac, sitting to the side, keeps watching Leia's every move. Unconsciously, he clenches his fists. At this moment, Leia glances at Isaac beside her. She looks at her steak with some hesitation. "Here, you can have this." Looking at the steak Leia offers, Isaac thinks Leia is up to some trick again. At this moment, His Majesty speaks. "Leia, is the food not to your liking?" Hurin also comes to Leia's side and asks, "Your Highness, are you feeling unwell? I just wanted to share my food with him." "Didn't he just say he was hungry? Here, eat up. Aren't you hungry? Why does she keep thinking I'm hungry? How do I know if she tampered with the food? I absolutely can't eat it." Then Isaac puts on a very happy expression and says, "Thank you, Your Highness." As he takes the steak, he secretly pinches Leia's hand. Leia releases her grip in pain. The steak falls directly to the floor. "Ah! Are you all right, Your Highness?" Leia doesn't answer. She jumps right down from her chair. She crouches down and grabs the steak from the floor. She takes a bite. What is she doing? Could it be she saw my past of picking up food from the streets? Is she warning me not to get too full of myself? Not to forget my lowly and miserable past? This is a warning, it's mockery. She's insulting me. "Miss, food should be eaten at the table. Let me carry you back to your seat." Kofi stands to the side, watching everything that just happened. That brat is truly laughable, his mind full of filthy thoughts. People chosen as gem eyes are those with kind hearts. No matter how disappointed they are with humanity, even if they sacrifice themselves, they won't abandon humanity, because they are inherently good. They're very friendly toward humans. Before their anger reaches its limit and endangers humanity, they'll choose suicide. But finding a way to make her fall into darkness isn't impossible. As long as it involves the demon tribe, even the purest soul will be contaminated. I really want to see what such a pure soul looks like after corruption. After lunch, everyone comes to the castle's inner courtyard. His Majesty is stroking a white horse. This horse looks gentle, but is actually quite stubborn. Back then, even its owner Selena took a full week to tame it. The reason His Majesty brought this horse is that it's the only horse that can return to the palace on its own. Hurin, you must behave today and carry my child. Clip-clop. Hurin resists and takes 2 steps backward. His Majesty feels somewhat helpless. Although he was mentally prepared, it actually stepped back directly. It seems there's no room for negotiation. While not letting anyone except its owner ride is a sign of good training, Hurin is especially stubborn. How should I persuade it to let my child ride? At this moment, Hurin is dressing Leia in a white cotton coat. The weather is so cold, you need to wear more, dress warmly. You'll be riding a horse soon. Hearing about riding a horse, Leia excitedly turns around and shouts, "Whoa! I'm gonna ride a big horse soon!" Then Leia comes before Hurin and greets it. "Can I pet you? Are you soft and fluffy?" Hurin lifts its head and looks at Leia. Then with a thump, it lies down on the ground. His Majesty watches the scene before him in disbelief. This is the first time he has seen Hurin so affectionate. Because Leia can communicate with animals, Hurin signals that Leia can climb on. Leia softly expresses her gratitude. Then she stands on tiptoe, and with a heave-ho starts climbing up. "Ha ha! I'm up, Hurin!" Leia strokes Hurin and says, "I'm counting on you then."